Ah!
Hello the internet, I am Gruff Games, and in this video we're going to be looking at Even Odds, which is an achievement trophy for The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt. Now anyone can do this within 20 minutes, and obviously I'm going to show you how. First though, most important, you want to save your game. You want to make it a manual save, because we are going to be overwriting the autosaves and the checkpoints. So make sure you've got a manual save of your game, and then with that you want to start a new game, set it to the easiest possible difficulty, skip all the tutorials, and let's go. Okay, so basically there is a bit at the start of the dream sequence. Just mash through all the conversations, choose no to both of the tutorials, and you'll be in this section. What we're doing is we're gonna kill the two contracts that are in the White Orchard, the prologue area, which is obviously the Griffin and the Devil in the Well, like the wife monster. Now normally this, it's a good 1 or 2 hours of gameplay, but obviously I'm going to show you some skips, how to get through it in 20 minutes. Basically this whole clip was recorded and it was less than 20 minutes. So you want to carry on through the main story, go to the inn, do all the starting stuff, get through all this conversation as quick as possible just to progress the story a little bit. And then you're going to go outside and you have a little fight. And I'm going to put this down to normal speed so you can see just what easy mode is actually like. You just one bomb all of them, knock them all out in one punch. Pretty simple. Your next step, once you've done this, before moving on, you want to run down to the notice board, which is down here, and you want to pick up the Devil in the Well contract. Don't pick up anything else, it's just going to get in your way. So once you've got that, you're going to get the pop-up saying, do you want to track this quest? And yes, you want to track that one. And then your next objective is to basically speak to the guy who posted it. So go through here, just mash through his conversation, get that going, trigger the next part. And now this bit here, this bit's important. You're going to run down along the river to where this woman is who would normally give you a very important contract to save her frying pan. You want to jump in the water, swim down and collect one of these buckthorn, and this is basically setting up a massive skip later on. Next we're going to set up a next huge skip. You want to head towards your quest objective. As you can see on the map, we're basically going to find the Devil in the Well to investigate it. But what you want to do is look for this loop in the road and set your marker. We're just going to swing by there on the way through to unlock a fast travel point. That you'll see later, that's a huge skip. So we've got that one, broken bridge. Then you're free to proceed to the mission. So once you get here, you want to jump straight in the well, don't worry about anything else. Or, Geralt could do an impression of Roach and do something stupid. But jump straight in the well, swim down, and you'll see there's a bracelet on the floor. Just swim down, collect the sparkly thing. And then from here, basically, you need to find your way out for the tunnel, swim underneath ground. And then head straight back into the village. Now we've basically just skipped a whole bunch of crap. So this here is when you want to activate your Witcher senses. There's a couple of things. Look for the grass on the floor, and there is a monster corpse which you want to examine, trigger the dialogue. Once the next objective should pop up in a second. There you go. What it wants you to do now is basically open up your bestiary and just look at the Noon Wraith and the Devil in the Well. There you go, that's triggered the next part. Now there's 3 buildings. The only one you need to go into is the largest one. Run in, go around the corner, and you'll find a book. Pick that one up, turn around, you've got a blood stain on the floor, a corpse. Then you want to open your inventory, read the book. And then magically there's some extra stains on the floor. Trigger both of these, you'll get a cutscene. And now you're free to go over and examine the rope in the well. And you'll see a swinging corpse hanging from the rope, which is probably swinging because we hit our chin on it on the way down. You're pretty much done with this one now. If you follow through, you should be at the right time of day where you can just trigger the fight. Just burn the body, interact with it, burn the body, and then the monster will show up. If you try and do it earlier, like to trigger just the time, you can fight the monster, but it will just run off. It wants you to trigger certain events. Now, if you remember, usually playing this, it's near impossible to kill it without using Erden, the sort of trap spell. Like I played on Blood and Broken Bones, and this would probably take about 3 hours of smacking this thing without using the sign. So because we're on easy, you can pretty much just cut her down. Take a while. You can eat food if you want to regenerate some health. It is pretty easy to avoid their attacks. I was just spamming attack. wasn't really trying, to be honest. Just remember not to use any signs or bombs or potions. But then, if you follow the guide, I've not bothered to equip any or even look at any of those menus, so you should be good to go. Obviously, she splits into 3. You want to take them down as quick as possible because they will drain your health and heal her. But there you go. On easy mode, you can just use your silver sword, cut her down without using the Erden sign anyway. At this point, you want to fast travel back to the village. I think that counts as the kill, but just to be sure, we're going to go back to this dude and complete the quest, get our reward. And it's also on the way to our next point anyway. So once you've done that, it's going to trigger the original quest that we had, which is Lilac and Gooseberries. So you just follow this along and speak to Pierre von French, the Nilfgaardian commander of the garrison. Zip along here. We're also going to get a fast travel point, which is going to be useful for us later. Just mash through all the dialogue. Basically go in here, speak to this guy, and you're going to essentially accept the contract for the Griffin, which is our second and final one needed for the achievement. Alright, so now, at this point, normally what you'd have the objective to go and ask the hunter to where to find the bodies, but you would also have an objective to speak to the herbalist to, inquire about the herb required. But we've completely skipped that by getting the buckthorn, so that's not even showing up on our thing. And the hunter we're going to completely skip by going to this fast travel point eventually. There you go. We're going to fast travel to the one that we unlocked earlier, which is the broken bridge, so we can completely skip the hunter. And normally they would both give you, separate quests and things to do, but we've just basically bypassed all of that stuff. Come here, you're going to get dialogue, and you want to use your witch's senses. Trigger all of these things to get the next bit going. To be honest, you could probably skip this part as well if you know where to go for the Griffin body. I didn't try it, but you get this stuff and you follow the footprints, but you probably already know where to go at this point. Jump the bridge, then climb up all the rocks. Find the corpse. Once you're up here, basically you're going to do some CSI Rivia on this thing, get some information from the body.
Griffin's nest.
There you go. So head back down to the fast travel point, then you want to go back to the village. And then head to the inn. And catch up with Vesemir. And this will trigger the fight for the Griffin. Now, Vesemir talks like he's Murtaugh from Lethal Weapon. I'm getting too old for this shit. 2 weeks from retirement, but look at him run. He's just like bolting. Just an old man just sprinting across the countryside. I think maybe Vesemir's horse is just as stupid as Roach. So he's like, fuck that, I'd rather run than call Rodney the Plonker. I'll be there by the time that muppet turns up anyway. But anyway, there you go. Trigger all that stuff, get the fight going. At this point, you're pretty much done. You can use the crossbow, just be sure not to use any signs. You don't have any potions, you don't have any bombs equipped, so you can't screw that up. I've also not gone into any mutagens or anything, so just leave it all on easy. You're not going to have any trouble. At this point, obviously, you get it down halfway, then it's going to run. So, call your stupid horse, head over. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As soon as you cut this thing down, it's going to trigger the achievement. Obviously, I did a test run through, I don't want to be telling people that anyone can do it in 20 minutes if it takes longer, because that would be a lie, and I'm not about the lying. Anyway, I am Gruff Games. If you found that useful, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, make sure you forget to subscribe. I am going to go and jump in my personal helicopter and fly myself to the moon so I can have my weekly space orgy with space ladies. See you next time.